Okay, it's been a while. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CG Boss Podcast, playing Devil May Cry 5. Hopefully you are going through well, wherever you are in the world. It's not easy. Doing a mic test here, mic test. Mic test, mic test, mic test, mic test. Wait, I'm just checking my volumes. I'm lowered the volume so that we can hear me better. Go back to mixer. I just need to do a test. Oh, look at that. So, oh, look at the visual effects. So recently, Unreal Engine. Some news for you. Unreal Engine came out with a preview of Unreal Engine 5. You can check it out on unrealengine.com. You know, where they showed, I think, something like what do you call it? Tomb Raider type level. No? What was it? Tomb Raider, Nathan Drake. Level where they want to show the high quality high asset poly count mega scans that they recently got from Quixel, right? It's very impressive tech and was running on also I think the PS5, right? But I think there was some talk by Baylor Gaming News. Oh, I can't remember what's the other one. The other. Okay, testing. Alright, it's gonna be good. Alright. Alright, I'm just doing my gun test. Anyway, yeah, I was saying that the Unreal Engine 5 came out. It has a high poly mega count, macro poly, don't know what thing. Basically, you can load in your film assets. If you've done something like Z-brushing or using the Quixel mega scans, right? It's really high-end poly counts that you have, right? And it can be very difficult to get it translated into the game engines. You know, even something like Devil May Cry here on the current gen consoles, you have to re-topologize your assets. So basically, you take the high-end poly model in ZBrush, lower down the poly count, and exploit the game engine with some form of game engine format. But the new Unreal Engine, it says they're claiming that this new workflow where I think it's called Nanite or something, and lumens, where you can like take your high-end asset and just dump it into the engine without having to re-topologize. And along with the Pixel Mega Scans, which is a texturing, texture tool, where you can get textures, high-end textures scanned by the Quixel team, and import those high-end textures. I think they're about 8K in resolution right now, so you can import them and it's like, oh gosh, you don't have to even like re-optimize the images, right? It's just all just running off the engine, on the PS5 apparently. But there's some danger and stuff like that because you may be running all this code, but I do not know how much of the CPU or GPU memory or even your RAM is left for things like gameplay AI or tracking the networking code. It's not just about graphics performance, you know. There's also improvement, I think, I can't remember, was it lumens? What's the word, but where it's like you can put in the lighting effects, like especially the darker darks, when you can the transition areas between if you look at here, right, the very dark on my right where the icons are, the hand overture icon is, and to the very lights on the left, right? There's a better transition of all these lighting effects across the micropoly surfaces, right? To me, it doesn't really matter because we're talking about like almost CG film quality assets that let me just bring it up again. My Instagram. I just posted on the CG Boss Instagram. Let me see it here. Right, just hang on, folks. Forgot it. Yes, there was actually a trailer they released about it. I think 2 days ago. So the lighting effects were improved. Let me see it again. Yeah, I think it's going to do the transition. Let me just double check it. There was a blog post. You go on unrealengine.com, right? You can see the blog post on this, and the developers talking about the lighting effects. Like if you see here, there are also other things that they're touting. Like there will be even more. There were also improvements to like the foot placement on all these high-end assets. Like right now, this probably is. It doesn't foot place. It's like this Nero, right? If you look at him, he doesn't really foot place. You can see his foot moving through the debris here, right? It's probably like a low poly asset, but it's supposed to be able to do foot placement on all these high-end texture displacement. And let me just find the lighting. Oh yes, I'm looking at it here, right? What else? I'm trying to find out about it. Nope, it doesn't show. But the other things that they've done is that if you earn less than 1 million revenue, you don't have to worry about paying Epic royalty fees. So I think that is pretty good. Other tech that they did showcase were a little bit on the sound, because I think they want to create more dynamic sound systems and a new particle system for like if you're doing birds flocking and all that, things like that, or like cockroaches and things, and a little bit of a wave and water simulation. Now again, I was thinking about this, like this is all good and new, but you must remember when Unreal Engine came out at the start of the PS4 era, Unreal Engine 4, it catered to graphics like what we're seeing now, what we're seeing in this RE engine, pretty high-end characters, a lot of good textures and lighting effects, which is pretty good already. But I don't think graphics and all these engines will change the gameplay much. It may look nice, but visually it will just, what do you call it? What's the word? It's like it's just appealing to the times, It's not really what do you call it? I mean, gameplay hasn't really improved, or like it's pretty much stuck with the same kind of stuff. You're gonna get your action games, MMOs, Fortnites, and if you could play WoW. But I am not sure how it will change gameplay, or at least make it more acceptable for gameplay, right? I think that's got to do with more of the hardware. I'm not sure, right? Because I'm still starting out my game development journey, right? I'm trying to figure out like how all these systems interact with each other. But it's just, I think, what I feel is just the times, it's just a game that is just the demo. In fact, also showcases a certain type of game that may utilize those type of graphics, where you see the transition between light and dark, especially like when there's sunlight coming in, right? When a lot of sunlight comes in, you get to see the type of global illumination, done in games. Like this area here already is pretty good, but you can get maybe a few more shades of the grays and the tones. You see the pipe area, right? It's supposed to be light coming out and all that, but I would say I would rather go for more stylistic, what do you call it? What's the word? Like, art style is more important, so you can have something simple running on Unreal Engine and, still work out. One thing they never really talked about for Unreal Engine 5 is actually the mobile support, because Unreal Engine, I think, doesn't have very good mobile support. Performance-wise, I think it's lacking in comparison to, say, something like Unity. This is based on some of reviews and my own experience trying to get things set up. So yeah, Unreal Engine 5, that was a pretty big piece of work. I do actually have my own ideas about how we should write a game engine. I do want to incorporate things like hacks. It's a pretty interesting technology. Oh, here we go. It allows you to write once and cross-compile to many platforms. But enough of that. Let's get on with the Devil May Cry game, alright? This is RE Engine. This is already current gen and it's looking to me pretty good, which I like a lot. Oh, look at that! See, looks pretty good to me. Good enough. I think Epic is also doing one thing right, is that they're going to online services. They're launching the Epic Online services where you can I think do a lot of the network multiplayer codes and what else? Storing player data and stuff like that, similar to something like an AWS or Microsoft Azure. Yeah, okay. And yeah, that's what I got for my predictions. Hard to see what it's gonna be like for new developers. I think Square Enix, they have already done their own Unreal Engine game, which is Kingdom Hearts. I would love to see more of the high-end anime type of games, and cel-shaded stuff. Those non-realistic rendering shaders that you can use in games. Alright, so let's see what else we got here.
You want me to
library.
You? No way, asshole. You bring that shit to me.
You bring that shit to me, alright. Oh yeah, I remember there was in Devil May Cry 1 there was this crazy scissors guy who like super creepy. Whoa. Devil May Cry. Unless there's new forms of input, I don't see how the graphics will definitely help. In gameplay. It will just give you only a partial immersion. It has to come also from what are the meaningful actions that the character is doing, in the game. This is a very cool scene where they show all the debris being hit up about. But if you look at it, I think if the next gen can allow it, they will allow you to move around the debris. Like these are things that are not being calculated for now. You see, if you walk around like that, it's just a piece of static geometry. There's an animation, definitely a break apart animation. Okay, only some debris is allowed to interact with. So if you look at this, okay, only the chair, only a few items, because I think current gen console can't really account for all these pieces. So this is like a piece of block. When you press the A button, it interacts, it runs. This is probably done, the breaking apart is already done in Houdini, and there's probably a few variations of it. But you see, the particles don't interact with the character, you see. So there's some limits, I think, to the current gen of consoles, but the new ones, I think they will allow more highly interactive environments. And with lighting. So I think it's how you balance it out. I feel that's how it's gonna work out, right? I'm not sure, but for an action game like Devil May Cry, yeah, they probably will have to do stuff like that to make it balance out the characters plus the environment effects. Because honestly, after what I'm playing, I don't really care too much about what the character does. I mean, it's cool that you can see all these things, like all the details, but I think it's important to create meaningful interactions. Oh, how do I get up there? Like here, you want to create meaningful interactions in your game. Where people like Devil Breaker, okay, but I want to change my Devil Breaker, man, but I can't. Okay, let's see what we got here. Button mashing, that's it. I like this type of games, like God of War, right? You just button mash your way through stuff. Release a lot of tension, actually. Oh, look at that, man. So beautiful.
Without strength, you can't protect anything. I know that.
I want to get up there. I wonder what happened. Hang on, Oh yes, one other thing I forgot to mention is that like Unreal Engine when it was cut, right? The trailer's on YouTube, so I think it's gonna be highly compressed as compared to say what do you call it? Seeing it in the raw 4K footage, like an uncompressed MOV. It's a long day. whether this will work. So, Devil May Cry. I don't know if this talks will work, but yeah, it's just my opinion. I don't know if this mixer allows you to like talk to people and play the same game, you know, and that would be cool if we can do that. Hey, oh, it doesn't work. The jumping missions are the worst. Yeah, I think there'll be a tussle between still the game designers and the what do you call it, graphics and tech people. Oh. I can't get up to that part, alright. Alright, let's see what we can do. Come on. Oh, it doesn't work? How do we get there, man? Can do a running jump? Oh, I need to do a running. Oh, okay. Oh, it doesn't do a double. Yeah, it doesn't do that. So you gotta do a very slow hop. Alright, we got it. Alright. I gotta block. This is blocking my way, man. But yeah, Unreal Engine 5. It may be good, you know. I'm sure the other engines, like all these custom RE engines, Frostbite and Infinity War has their own engine. They will all just update to the whatever the new tech is, you know, which is more polygons, better lighting, and ray tracing. I think that's the last few things that they're trying to do. Oh, we can call. Yeah.
You're up, Nico.
You know I got you covered at home.
I think it's gonna be time for the
Hey.
Okay.